Yeah, certainly there's more attention to context in the AVOD space than there has been in the past. Ad-supported streaming has been something that, for a time, digital buyers love it for the rich audience targeting and measurement. And so it's been very much about that in TV, so the advanced TV space. TV buyers, as they think more towards how is this like TV, really are used to buying on programming. And that just hasn't been something that the streaming space has done very much with. I mean, part of it is the challenge of AVOD in a service like Tubi where there's over 35,000 titles. It makes it much harder, even with that information. What does it mean? We often note that a service like an HBO, if you took the top 10 or 20 titles and took it off the service, it would make a huge impact on their number of subscribers and viewers. Whereas with Tubi, if you took the top 500, it wouldn't make that much of an impact. So if you think about that in terms of exactly which programs you're running in, it's harder to really figure out what to do there. But as the space is maturing and more TV advertising is coming in and looking at how is this like TV, there's more of a focus there, and it's something that we're really hoping to address.
All right, great. Now, you all introduced originals earlier this year. Could you talk a little bit about how you're using data and learnings from your content library to inform that strategy?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been in the AVOD space now since 2014, and we always felt that it was we had to be about having the best personalization, the best use of data. We have over 35,000 titles, and up until this year had produced no originals. We didn't want to make gut bets the way often Hollywood it does. We just didn't have the resources. And now we do have the resources as we are part of the Fox family, but we still want to make smart choices. And so we took the personalization engine, which is content intelligence, and we started to look for patterns. Where can we invest in originals so that these aren't just some lottery tickets, but we're making really smart bets? And that has proven out. I mean, the originals that we've produced have quickly risen to the top of the charts for us. We had Twisted House Sitter, which was one of our first, which really played on the thriller space. We've done some really good things as part of our Shark Month, and we had Joey Lawrence in this shark movie, Swim, and we just released the Freak Brothers, and all of these things are performing quite well. So we're really excited about the use of data in programming.
All right. Now, some subscription-based video services are starting to see slower growth, maybe a little more churn. How do you think some of those indicators around SVOD might impact the ad-supported opportunity?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's definitely timely. Netflix, their stock took a hit. Disney grew slower than what the market expected, and you also see some of the SVOD services where they've released, like NBCU has released the numbers that last quarter. Their revenue was around $230 million, I think, and yet they lost $560 million. And so, to me, there may be some business problem challenges that lie ahead for the streaming space if that growth is slowing. For AVOD, like the free ad-supported like Tubi, we've always maintained that there would be a point when there's just too many subscriptions for a person to keep up with or a family to keep up with, and that people will want to still consume more content, but they want it to be free. And so the free AVOD space has continued to grow, and so that's very positive. Again, I think it goes back to that question on, with content intelligence, you have to make smart choices on the investment. I think some of the costs of content that are supporting these subscription services may they may run into difficulty, and so there could be some changes that happen in the next 12 to 24 months because of that.
All right, fascinating. Thanks so much, Mark.
Thank you, Zach.